Greetings, Missouri Mid-South. I want to begin this week with a word of thanks on behalf of the Board of Directors and from the staff of the conference as well. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for the time and space that you gave us to go on a retreat together. Thank you for your financial giving, which made the retreat possible. We spent a lot of time in just the work of establishing relationship with one another. We had a lot of frank conversation about trust and how we work together. If we don't know one another, we won't trust one another. And if we don't trust one another, that lack of trust will be felt across the conference and it will impact the work that we try to do together. This is an ongoing project, but I want you to know that everyone who was at the retreat agreed that they feel a palpable improvement already. And they committed to continuing to work on strengthening our relationships, not just among the board and the staff, but across the conference as we move forward. We're excited about that work, and we thank you for allowing us to do it. We also had a lot of conversation about the role of the board and the role of the staff. The board governs, and the staff manages. And that seems like it should be a clear distinction, but often it's not. A lot of the language that we use gets confusing. Like, for example, a governing function of the board is oversight. That means policy oversight. Their job is to make sure that we are following our own policies. But often we also use the word oversight when we talk about supervision of the staff. It's not the board's job to supervise the staff on a day-to-day basis. That's my job. I have an oversight function there as well. It's important that we have clarity about the language that we use and the roles that we play. And it's important that we trust one another so we can talk openly and work together for solutions when lines between those roles or functions aren't clear. One of the things that's important in building relationships is having the opportunity to laugh together. So I want you to know that we prayed and talked and ate and we laughed together. The laughter was not at anyone's expense, which is important. One of the sources of laughter was something I said in my report to the board on Friday night, which then became an extended joke on Saturday as well. It was this idea that the new website is going to be the solution to all of our problems. Everything that's been frustrating, everything that's been confusing, everything that's been not quite right in our relationships will be solved by the new website. Of course, we know that's not true, but the new website is a helpful communication tool. We all have to work together for the improved communication to really happen. You know, there's that old saying, if all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. That phenomenon isn't changed by exchanging the old hammer for a new one. The new website will make it easier for you to find the information that you're looking for, and that is important. So I want to give you a quick update on that as well. This past week, I saw an early demo, like a first draft of the new website, and I was able to give feedback to our web developers on where they are on the right track and where they need to tweak or retool the site. Kathy, our office manager, and Julie, our communications specialist, saw the demo with me, and we were also able to talk about how they will do the work of maintaining the new website and what we need to shift in the office in order to make that happen. The new website is only as good as our ability to maintain it. To that end, we are planning to make a change to the e-courier starting after Easter. I don't want you to be surprised by it, so I'm telling you now, and I'll keep reminding you over the coming weeks. Beginning after Easter, the e-courier will come to your inbox every other week instead of every week. That means that you'll have an e-courier in your inbox this week, right now. You'll have one next week on the 7th. You'll have one Holy Week on the 14th. And then you won't have an e-courier the week of the 21st. And we will begin an every other week pattern. So you will have an e-courier on the 28th, but not in the first week of May, and so on. The reason we are making this change is so that Kathy and Julie can start preparing for the new website. They'll have to learn how to use the new platform, how to work all the behind the scenes tech stuff. They'll have to move old information that we want to keep into the new site. Julie will become our primary website manager instead of Kathy, And part of the idea behind all of this is to make the website and the e-courier work together better. So she needs time to get things ready and make that happen. A lot of time and work go into making the e-courier every week, and managing the new website too means we need to shift the resources of Julie's time and effort. For a couple of months, the less frequent e-courier might make it feel like you're getting less information, and that might feel frustrating. But it's my hope that this change will allow us to feel more connected when the new website launches, because it will be easier to find the information that you need. Julie and Kathy and our web developers need this time to prepare for that shift if we're going to make sure it happens well. And what good is a new website if we just end up in the same predicament that we were in with the old one? We want to make sure we take the time to get this right. So thank you, too, for your patience and understanding as we get this bit of transition underway. I hope that you'll experience this change as beneficial once we get through it. And we will get through it together.